Welcome everybody, Farm Sim Snowy here. In this video we're going to look at a new mod map released for Farming Simulator 19. This is Farm Höellthal, I think I said that right, or for us console players, Farm Höellthal Simple, because this is a scaled down version. The PC guys have got a little bit more than us, as always. So on the Mod Hub website, it says that it's 653.86 megabytes to download, but that's PC. So for us console, it's 476.66 megabytes to download. It's by Marcus77. And the description there says, I am excited to welcome you to Farm Höellthal. You can use this active farm and buy piece by piece of the cultivated areas, or you choose one of the 3 other farms. Choose wisely to be successful. To the map, the terrain was built over Google Earth. You can see 60 fields, 45 meadows and numerous forest areas, from the mixed forest via fir forest to monoculture. The map was also designed for the console, plus it offers the productions of Shaba. So PC have got a lot of custom crops in there, but we haven't, so we've got the production factories. I don't know if they're still on the PC version, but anyway. Also, there is some required mods to download. Now it says 4 on the website as well, but one of them's just for PC, and that is the husbandry limit increase. But for us console players, it's supposed to be the crane building by ModPassion, placeable wooden fountain by Marcus77, the map maker, and wood crane by Kenny456. Now when I went to download this, I haven't got any of those mods installed, and it only came up with 2, the crane ones, the crane building and the wood crane. It didn't show the placeable wooden fountain, but it is there on the mod hub, so if you want to add it in, I'm not quite sure where it is on the map, but it will appear obviously in the garage to buy. So I downloaded that myself, but the other 2 downloaded automatically. But that's that bit over. Let's go and check it out. And here we are. So this is where you start off in all 3 modes. You're going to have to bear with me guys, because I come on here, this one absolutely fried my brain. Although it is a great map, there's some fantastic detail in it. It's a really nice map. There's a lot of things to take in and try and get my head round. And yeah, it fried my brain a little bit. So apologies if I do miss something or I forget something. I probably will. Probably make a few mistakes as we go round, but I'm going to try my best. So this is the map, as you can see. Zoom out, quite a few fields. There is a couple of things on here that I was a bit like, oh well, that doesn't really make sense. Well, that's a bit odd. Why is that? So the first thing I noticed, and this is just a silly bit of nitpicking, where it says in the description 60 fields, 45 meadows, so that makes 105 in my eyes. There's actually more, there's like 113, so, but that's just a silly thing. But yeah, there's a lot going on, as you can see. I mean, new farmer mode. In the new farmer mode, we start off with, it's not completely nothing, because if we zoom in, we've got this tiny little square there, which is worth 4,896 euros. And that is why that farm silo icon is showing up, because we own that. We don't own anything else. It's a little bit odd that we sort of start off here owning that, because up in this top left hand corner there is a farmhouse already there with a chicken coop, but we don't start off or own that area at all. You have to buy it. These houses here, these are all the production factories. So there's 6, I think, in total of these, which obviously we will go through and check as well. I've taken the loan out, so obviously in new farmer mode you do start off with 100,000, but I've topped that up to 600,000 because we need to buy some areas. Because as well, there's some hidden things on here. If you don't buy the land, you won't know. The 3 farms that I think they're talking about is here. Obviously there's our farm, there's a sheep pasture just down here, and then just up here there's this one as well. So first of all, well, let's show you the field prices before I get carried away. They obviously vary. I'm not going to go through too many, but 84 I think is the biggest at 403,000. 16 is tiny, that's only 13,000. As you can see, they're all different prices. There's a lot of forestry going on. 557. You can't buy the outside of the map. You can just sort of see the different shades of colour, which is the ones you can buy, like so. There's quite a few placeable areas, so like here, but although that is one big lump, this is another weird bit. It comes in all silly little chunks like this. You end up buying really small little bits like that. They're not that expensive, but to obviously build up and buy that area, it's a little bit. And the same with over here, you got different chunks like that. You can't buy any of these sort of sell points like these main bits. This bit around that outside you can, but up here, anything like that you can't buy. So obviously you can buy the production factories like so. You can see that, which you will need to buy them to use them. Pretty much the same as everything on the map. Unless you own the land, some of the icons won't appear and you won't be able to use them. So I'm going to show you what I mean. So this, although this is probably supposed to be our starting farm, the farmhouse is actually there. So we need to buy that for 14,160. Now the farmhouse appears, the icon. Just to the right of that is another little strip of land for 4,584. Buy that. We then get a chicken coop up here. So we now have chickens on our farm. But then you've still got all these silly little bits to buy to actually own that full land. But that's all we need to own to be able to use in that area. So that's all I'm doing there. Just across from our farm is this area for 11,808. That is a hayloft, which again you won't be able to use unless you buy it. This is another placeable area, but here 54,552 is a cow pasture. This area 58,000, that's a pig pasture. 27,000, that is sheep. I'm not sure you need to buy this section of the sheep pasture, but we're going to anyway. This tiny little rectangle here is a block of sheds. Again, if you do not buy it, you will not even be able to open the doors. So 6,240, that buys the sheds. Let's zoom down to the sheep pasture because I'm going to show you all these as we go round. That takes in fields. I think that's a meadow really. It's not a field because that's where the sheep appear. That's 106,766. Again, the icon now appears. We can use it. We'll go up and we'll buy this farm, which again is in silly little chunks. So we need to buy like that. And I think this little top strip, if I can click on it, is for the chicken coop. Although it could actually be that tiny. Look at that, for 1,272. I'm only going to buy one of these factories because you can see all the markings on them anyway, but you just won't be able to use them. But I'll buy one just to show you. But I'm not 100% sure on the placeable factories because I've not really used them. So I'll be completely honest about that. But some of it seems reasonably straightforward, and I know some of you guys will all know a lot more about it than what I do. So I think that is that bit done and dusted. We've got all of our equipment sort of scattered around the shop. These other yellow dots that are around the map are the cranes, which you can use. There's another one up here. which we will obviously see as well as we go round. So it starts off there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bump us up to the shop. I know it's a little bit cheating, but that's easier. I'll quickly show you some of the equipment that we've got. So you've got a harvester out here with the Fiat, and then there's another tractor in here. You've got a plough and a cultivator scattered over there. There's a trailer there. There's another trailer across the road. There's another trailer there. So that's pretty much all of our equipment. So let's go through the slot counts. Like I say, I apologise if this one seems all over the place, but it absolutely frazzled me. So I'm going to just try my best. So we'll go through the slot counts first. It is actually the same across all three modes, and it is very hefty considering the lack of equipment that you get. That is very high, and I can only assume it's because the amount of detail that is in this map. It is a very nice looking map, but that is very high, which kind of is a bit of a no-no for most console players. You can't do a lot with that. I mean, you get a couple of tractors and you're stuffed really, basically. But anyway, we start off with the Fiat. This is the same equipment as well across all three modes, bar one thing which I'll come to in a second. You get the Fiat 1300 DT, the Bison harvester, Farm Tech TDK trailer, the 4-strip HW80 trailer, Agromash plough. We get this cultivator. Oh, that's because I've bought that, isn't it? That's showing up in our item. That doesn't affect the slot count though. That is the same. It hasn't changed. And obviously our chicken coop is in there. There's no picture. And a grain silo. So ignore the farmhouse, the chicken coop, and the chips production. So it's the grain silo we get, and then the plough, cultivator, trailers, whatnot like that. That's because I've bought these. They've appeared in our garage. In Farm Manager and Start From Scratch, you get all these pieces of equipment, but you don't get the silo. It does show on the map, which is why I assume it's still 1015 on the slot count, because the icon is there on the map, but you don't start off with it. So the grain silos, 250,000 litre capacity, just takes your standard crops. Modded in. Again, I feel like I've messed this right up. I'm all over the shop with this one. I do apologise. Modded in. Belt systems. We've got a modded in belt for you. Conveyor belt. In miscellaneous, we've got some of the wood cranes, as you can see. In animals, we've got the barrels production. I'm not sure why it's just that one that's in there, but it's there. In miscellaneous, let's go to that one. We've got the crane building. That's the placeable wooden fountain, which obviously I downloaded myself. It didn't do it automatically. Then some more of the wood crane. And we've got in silos, we've just got a small bunker silo, which I think is at your main farm. So that is just it for the modded in items. Right, what we're going to do... Oh, actually, sorry guys, because that fent is there, we've also got some leased items. So we've got these. You've got a fence 716 Vario, the Manitou forklift, and you've got like a forage trailer for your grass, hay, silage, whatnot, for like that. And so we're leasing those, but you can get rid of everything. But this is the worrying bit still. In new farmer mode, if you get rid of everything, sell everything, and return these items, you can only get the slot count down to 929, so that is still very, very high. You're not really going to be doing a lot with that, and I know a lot of you guys like to put your own stamp on some maps, but like I said earlier, if you buy a couple of tractors, that's just gone right up. So it is a very tricky map to sort of come on and try and make it your own, because not only that Fiat that you start off with, it's not a bad little tractor, but it's not the best tractor to have as your main tractor, is it? I mean, let's admit it. And then the other two modes, if you sell everything off and return these, it goes down to just 932, so slight difference, only 3 slots. But anyway, in this menu, as you can see, sort of halfway down, we've got seed big bag, 2 of those, a solid fertilizer big bag and Pioneer seeds, and a pig food big bag, sorry. There's your seeds here. This is also your lease and reset point out here. If we come out here, let's open these gates. We're going to run across the road where some of our other equipment is. Like I say, it is a very, very nicely detailed map. So there's the forklift with our pig food, and then your other big bags out the back. You can obviously use these for whatever you like, tipping in loose grains, whatnot. Workshop trigger just there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to lease a pickup, because we're going to have to go round with that. Otherwise we'll be here all night if we take the Fiat. So a little bit cheating, I guess, but it's going to be the best way to go round. So there we go. Let's jump in. Then what I'm going to do, just to show you as well, there is contracts available. What I'm going to do is we'll go down this road like this, we'll check out all the cranes, and then we'll go sort of round clockwise. But it is a lot to take in, and again, I know you're going to tell me off for apologising, but it's all over the place at the minute in my head. But as you can see, it is very, very nice. There is a little bit of traffic on the roads, but not too much. It's mainly sort of up round this area. This guy's going to turn there. So first of all, in here, it's a little bit annoying that we have to jump out and open all these gates, but that's part and parcel. We've got this, so there's your first crane where you can move things about, and these are your sell points. So this is quite cool. So we've actually got 2 sell points in here. So we've got Schiff Maria and Schiff Victoria. I believe Schiff is ship in German, so they're obviously named after females. Different Ship Maria. Yes, I did say ship. So as you can see, we've got the logos, so each bay will sell different things. So that's wheat, and I think that's barley. You need to back in because you've got your little zone there, and it's obviously to simulate that you're selling or tipping in, it's going off on the boat or the barge and being sold off. So that's one sell point that will take 4 different items. And then down the end, exactly the same. This one hasn't got a logo on it for some reason, but there you go. And then like that. So that again is 4 different sell points. Bit of shed space just there. What I'm going to do is probably do this now and then. I don't like tabbing to my vehicles, but it's going to be quicker. So if we come out of here, turn right, and then down here we've got another crane area, and this is quite cool as well. I mean, look at the detail in the rocks as you're coming through there. It is just a real shame that we have to have this slot count on the console, but it is what it is. Another crane there, which I guess you can store logs in these little bays there. Then you've got 2 sell points here for timber. If I turn on the old help menu, there's your crane up there, which obviously you can get in, but if you come up to this icon, It says open gate. If we click on that, it drops these. I'm not going to say the word because I remember Mr. CDP got told off about that. You can drive in and sell your wood, and there's obviously your sell wood icon like there. It's on the help menu, and there's another one over there. Huge area, so you could probably place a few things in here if you wanted to. So let's come out of this area. We'll turn that off. Then we go left here, and we're going to go over. Just thought I'd show you that there is collisions on bollards and signs. Go over the bridge. Lovely scenery. Just all the roads look nice and crisp. It's lovely detail on here. There's all sort of little tracks and pathways that go off to different areas. There doesn't seem to be much traffic down this sort of part. I think it's just around the area we've just come from. So there's kind of a little placeable area there. This looks like it's being renovated down here. The buildings all look a bit worse for wear. And I love the way the terrain all sort of sweeps up and then it goes down. It is a very, very nice looking map. It really is. There is a train on here, but it's just decoration. And it's very noisy when you go past. So this is our spinnery, which you've got to get to from around the other side. But just where that chap's walking with the blue jeans is your area to sell your cotton and wool. Again, normally I would stop and show you what takes what at sale points, but it's going to take too long, I think, guys. And then in here we've got Ledley, which is going to be your supermarket sale point, which is just round the back here, like so. I'll show you where we've been in a second. I'll just do this little bit of area. And then we're almost getting down to where we were when we first started. So there's a bit of construction going on here. Love that cow in the middle of the roundabout. That is quality. I know I'm going round the wrong way, but it's just for quickness. So down here we've got a fuel station to our left. And if we come down in here, oh, there's a gate there. Another gate to open. Drive in. We've got a main sale point just here, which I think is Agri LB. Let's show you now what we've done. So we went back up to the shop. We come all the way down here, checked out these sell points. Then we went through here with the crane and the wood sale points, across the bridge, all the way down through here. And we're now here. We saw the spinnery. We went past Ledley through there. This is the fuel station. And then we've got Sage Work, blah, blah, which is a sawmill. And then you've got Agri. No, that's the pickup. You've got Agri. Come on. Well, Agri LB, which is what we're on now, which is this one here. And then your sawmill is just for your timber and your lumber. The icon's just there, and the trigger is just about here where we are parked now. There's no wood chip sale point, it's just for your timber. So back out of here. And I think we need to go straight across the roundabout. There's another sale point down here. I think there's something like... Oh, I've missed that, haven't I? I've missed that. Right. Let's jump out. I'll do this on foot because I missed that. So you need to turn right back here, which I missed. then drive through here, and then it's right up the end, I think, if I remember rightly. No, oh no, there it is, it's down here, sorry. Again guys, it's fried my brain, it's just there, your sell point. And this one is that one, I'm not even going to try it, say it. So we're going to come up through here now, and we'll go and check out this sheep pasture. What I might do is be a bit naughty though, and jump across, well not jump across, drive across one of the fields, because it's going to be quicker to get to. Because like I said, there is a lot to get in, but we are doing okay, I think. I think the worst bit about it, we'll go across here, when you're doing these, is talking at the start, sort of telling everyone what's this and what's modded in, and that takes up most of the time. When you're actually driving around the map, it's not so bad. Right, so these gates do open. One opens one way, the other opens the other, which is annoying. Shed space just here. So we're now into the sheep pasture. Now I'm assuming your wool's going to spawn there, which is a nice big area. We drive round here and stop there. This is your dialogue box for your sheep, and this will hold 500 sheep. Your feed trough is just there. Now the water trough, I was having a little bit of trouble finding, but I'm wondering, and I'm going to show you guys, because your sheep appear in this field. That was field 61, or the meadow. Couldn't see any visible signs of a water trough in that field, nor back at the sheep like pasture we've just gone past. But I'm wondering, you've got this pit here, and being how cool this map is, those pipes go down into the ground. We've got the sound of water, and we've got this sort of drain cover there, so I'm wondering if you have to fill that up, and then it fills that up, and there's your water for your sheep. I know I could have tested it, and I probably should have, I normally do, but like I said, I wanted to try and get this video out for you guys, and it was just frying my brain. So we've got a huge placeable area just over there, if I zoom in. Absolutely huge, but you've got to buy it in small chunks. We're going to carry on round. I think this is the first of the two BGAs. This is the smaller one. There's no bunker silos at this one, so you've got another small little placeable area there. So I'm going to jump out and run in. You've got a gate here, and you've also got a gate over there. Shed space, but your tip-in digester cell point is just here, and your digestate pipe is just there. So although there's no bunker silos or silage clamps, if you're sort of struggling at the start, this is obviously the cheaper version. I didn't actually show you, did I, how much they are? So this one is only 736. Sorry, I'm going to buy that because I just want to show you in the menu. If we go down to biogas plant, it's just a standard one, but it's only showing up as taking silage and slurry. I thought normally you could sell grass and whatnot at the BGA, but anyway. And the other one is a lot bigger, and you've got all these bunker silos here, but again, the main BGA is 57,792, but you've got all these little sections, sorry, there. It's just all a bit weird. But anyway, we're going to come out of there, across another bridge. We're going to check out this sail point, which has got another crane, and then this sail point. and then we'll head up to that other farm, the one that's showing the actual farmhouse on the map with the other chicken coop. So left here, there's a bridge right in front of us. Again, lovely bridge, very nice and scenic. There's the barge across the way with the crane. There's a digger here with a bit more construction work going on. So let's stop there, or open this gate. Again, that's a crane you can use. This isn't a bunker silo, I think it's just somewhere to pull in. And then there's your barge. When you tag the place up, it actually tags here for the sell point, but that crane isn't going to come any further than that point, so I don't know whether it's meant to go over and into the barge or it would just disappear, I don't know, in that section. Oh, causing chaos. Sorry, Chief. Let's head up here. I know it says no entry, but we're on a map tour, we can do what we like. So it's obviously one way in here. We've got another sell point just through here, a little bit tight through there, and that is just there. So we're now at Kleiner Land Handle, and we're going to come all the way up. Should be able to see this placeable area as we go past. All the way up, we're going to go to this farm house just there. I think these hedges, and yeah, they've all got collisions on, so signs, barriers, posts, hedges, they've all got collisions on, so you're not going to be able to cheat across some of the fields on this. Not that we would ever do that, would we? Right, so we need to head up this way. Hopefully we won't see any traffic now for a little while. Oh, there we go, there's a nice little jump for you. So there's the other placeable area just to our left. Very, very nice looking map. Lovely colours to it as well. Nice lighting. Sometimes I skip forward a couple of hours when I do my map tours just to make it a little bit lighter so you guys can see a bit better, but I didn't feel that I had to on this one. Kind of just left it at about 8:30, I think we started. We've really been going on for half an hour. Right, it's a bit windy round here, but again you can see the way it sweeps up, sweeps down. Very, very cool map. So in here is this farm area. Nice area to place things. Got a farmhouse just here. We have got a sleep trigger, like so. A little bit of space there. Possible water point just there. Dialogue box for chickens is just here. That is 250 chickens that will hold. Egg boxes will appear there, I'd imagine. Your chickens are up here in this little area. Like I say, some of the animal pens in here are quality. Feed trough just there. So there you go, that is the chickens. Jump over there, jump back in the pickup, and we're going to be going across the road to the first of the production factories, which is the one that I bought at the start just to show you like the triggers, etc. I don't think we'll get any traffic coming this way actually. So this is the chips one, potato chips. So let's put the help menu on, because if you're not familiar with it, some of you will know it. So there, you walk in, it's like an animal dialogue box. It says animal dialogue box. and then you just move that across, I believe. Click confirm. I'm not sure if there's a button anywhere that you have to activate it or if that's it, but they've all got some sort of tip in where obviously you bring your product to get the outcome product, if that makes sense. So you obviously tip in there, and then over here seems to be where the pallets will probably spawn. Just in this area you can see the most of the sheds on this map have got lights like so. So there you go, that is the first of the production factories. Let me just check how we're doing on time. Okay, we are getting on a bit. Right, so we'll carry on along here. We've got another one just here, and we'll just keep working our way across here. I did think about probably not showing you all the production factories, but then I thought, well, that's not really showing you all of the sort of map, the main areas. I think this is the cheese one. So, excuse me, this is going to be the dialogue box just here. Well, it's not showing now because obviously we don't own it, but as soon as we buy it, I'm guessing around here is going to be your tip in sort of area. Obviously this is cheese, so I'm guessing this is going to be milk. I don't know if it's going to need something else as well, but that pipe there suggests to me that that's your tip in. And there's a huge area here, as you can see, which probably is going to be where all the pallets appear, but how many pallets that will hold is, well, madness. Right, out of here. Swing a right, talking of rights, and then carry on. We've got another production factory. I think this is sunflower oil, this next one. Whoa, what's he doing? I've just missed it, it's there. Yeah, this is sunflower oil. Again, another thing that took time is I had to go onto the old trusted Google Translate and get the German translations for a lot of these places. So a bit of shed space. I think round the back is the dialogue box. Yeah, just there on the steps. I'm not sure about tipping anything in, but they've got this area just there. There doesn't seem to be anything else around this side, anything visible. So again, apologies, but it would have taken me absolutely ages to test all of this stuff. So we'll come out of there. I've just thought of one thing that I haven't showed you, which I was supposed to show you. Oh, I've gone the wrong way now. Cut through here, should be absolutely fine. Yes, I know. I'll just jump out here and then I'll show you what I was just thinking about. So this is one of the weird things. I'm not sure whether this is extra for PC, but we're at a sell point again. If we tag that up, that appears there, which yes, that would make sense, tip in there, but it does look like a silo with a pipe out. But we've got this area here which I'm not quite sure what that's about, and this as well. I mean, it's not even a ramp that you could drive up and tip back into there, so I'm not quite sure what that's about. What I wanted to show you is all these different symbols that we've got. I know probably a lot of you are like, what is that? It took me a while, and that's why I say I had to put Google Translate in, but most of the standard crops are easy enough. We've got wheat, barley, oats, canola, sunflower, soybeans, corn, then potato, sugar beet. Cotton is weirdly enough the sort of standard symbol. Then there's sugar cane, that is seeds. Then you've got eggs, which is easy enough, wool, milk. mish footer. I put that in and that come up as mixed feed, so I'm guessing that's TMR. And then we've got chaff, and then that is wood chips, silage, obviously grass, hay, straws, easy enough. Dunga come up as fertilizer, so I think that's probably solid fertilizer. That looks like manure to me. Then slurry at the end, digestate, I would say. That is lime. And then we've got the production things. We've got sunflower, cheese, flour, planks, sugar, potatoes, barrels. I think that's biofuel, isn't it? And then I think that M1's soy drink. But then you've got these two, and I think these are for PC, molasses, and I'm not sure what the other symbol is, but there's not actually any prices on any of those two. Anyway, I've got sidetracked there, sorry. So down into this productions factory. Carrying on. I do hope most of you are still with me. I think this is the first map where I've actually got a bit flustered about doing it. So there's your tip-in point just there. And your dialogue box is just there, and then you've got another huge area, I would imagine, for the pallets to appear. Yeah, some maps I've come onto and I'm like, oh god, how's that work? What's that for? This, that and the other. This was just like, phew, oh my goodness. Well, there we go. That would tip it all off, wouldn't it? Got a random car parked there. Don't know what they're up to. You can see all the forestry areas around us, so there's plenty of trees to attack if you want to. And then just in here we've got another sell point, which is just there, like so. And then we are going to, I think we'll go all the way around this way, and then we'll come up and we'll go to these areas just like so. No, we won't. We're going to cut through there. That's what I did earlier on my little tour around, and then we'll come out that way. The sawmill I'm going to do right at the end. I'm just going to do sort of a flyover in landscape mode, because you can get to it from quite a few areas, as you can see, but it's just going to be a bit awkward to fit in driving. So we need to go up through the sort of trees with a nice little track just up here that leads us up through. So through there, kind of back on yourself, and then through here. Something different, bit of off-road. Then this brings us down to another sale point, and we should be down by the bigger BGA. So there should be a road here. There we go. So we actually need to go into the BGA first. There's another sign I've just hit. So we'll jump out. I'll go back in the pickup because it's quite a big area, this. So again, you need to buy this part. There's a workshop there, but the icon won't come up unless you buy that area. You've got your tip-in digester just there. Your digestate pipe is over here. And then we've got loads of bunker silos. We've got some small ones. Again, possible water point up the back here with a shed. More bunker silos, and then over the back we've got two huge bunker silos and some more shed. So that is your main BGA, I would say. Back out. swing a left. We've got another sell point which is just there, as you can see, like so. So obviously we did all this, I won't go through all of it, but came up, we're basically doing a clockwise tour of the map. Oh, we came through there, and we're going to come back out this way now, check out these 3 animal pens, and then we're kind of almost at our sort of starting farm in new farmer mode, if you want to call it that, which is just there. Whoa, there, taken off now. Just there in the distance on the right, you can see the silo and the farmhouse. But these animal pens here we're just about to see are pretty cool. They got some nice unique features. So up into this one, which is the pig one first, sheep first. Again, if you don't own any of this, you won't be able to open these sheds, but if we run through here, we've got one of these sort of hay lofts. You can climb up there, and it has also got, he says, come on, I do own that, don't I? That worked for me earlier. There we go. No. Why is that not working? Oh, basically that goes up. I don't know why it's not working. Anyway, we haven't got time for that. Sheep pasture. Feed and water troughs along the front there. These doors open. Dialogue box is just inside. This will hold 500 sheep as well. Oh, and they will appear out here, which is a nice little pasture, like so. And then around the side, a little bit of shed space, but your wall's going to appear just there. So most of it's pretty self-explanatory. Jump back in there. Next door is the pigs, but we need to go back out and sort of round. So all this area has been very nicely done. They're going to open outwards, aren't they? No, inwards. Good. So we'll stop there. We'll open them ready, because we need to go out there. This door opens again. Just inside you've got your dialogue box again. That's 500 pigs. Straw just over there. Feed and water troughs again out the front, and then your pigs will appear out here. But look, all these cool little branches and broken logs, and very smart. Manure is just there. These are the sheds. That was the little rectangle that I had to buy there, otherwise these sheds will not work. But all got lights in, nicely done. Your slurry for your pigs is right out here, so a bit random that it's a bit further away. And then this is the cow pasture. If we open this gate, again, this has got some nice unique features. Got some shed space there with lights again. I'm assuming this is water point, so again, very different that is. I'm only assuming that because you've got the water on the floor. You've got this door opens, nice sound effects. Dialogue box in here, 500 cows as well this. And then your feed is just in here, which again is very cool. Right, why is this not working now? There we go. So just in there you'll tip your feed in. Along the back I would say is your milk, because you've got the urns out here. You've got slurry here. Now I think this might be your slurry collection point. I think your straw trigger's going to be in here. somewhere, and your manure is either going to be here or else you're going to have to muck them out from in here, I would guess. But the cows do appear out in this pasture here. So again, another cool cow pen, cow barn. Turn around, we'll get out of here. And then right opposite here, if you wanted to buy this area and make it as your farm, you've got a little placeable area where you could put a house down, which is pretty cool. Just here is that hay loft. So you pipe out round the back and then you tip in just there. I think that's 350,000 litre capacity. Back out onto the main road and then we're into our sort of farm. Look, you're supposed to start off with. So we've got the little bunker silos there. Our main silo with a water point, I think, up the back. Some shed space. Again, this looks quite huge, but it's not very flat, so you might have to do a little bit of work to get that up. If we go into here, we've got our sleep trigger. It's like the standard sort of Felsborough house, isn't it? This is our chicken coop. Dialogue boxes here. This will hold 150 chickens. Your feed trough's just there, and I think your eggs will appear in here. I thought that was going to be a workshop trigger at first. I thought maybe I haven't bought the appropriate little piece of land, but I did, and it's not showing up anything, so I think that is literally just for your eggs. So now we're going to come down here and we'll check out the animal dealer and this sell point, and then we'll check out the sawmill via the landscaping mode. And then I think we're pretty much done, guys, so thank you for sticking with me. Kind of feel a little bit more relaxed now. So just in here, again, I like the way this has been done in here as well, because it's not, it's one sell point, but it's been broken up into different areas. So this is where you would sell your hay, straw and silage and grass, and then part of the same sell point is for your main sort of crops just there underneath. And your animal dealer is just over here, like so. It should show up chips production, because it, obviously the factories work on the animal system. But that is that area. One more sell point to do, which I think is across the road. Up here, is it? Very nicely done. Got to wind your way up here. Could be a little bit tight if you've got a bigger machine and tractor or whatnot. Ooh, more gates. I actually think I forgot to come up here on my whiz round earlier, so this is my first look at this area. So again, we've got some shed space. Let's turn that off. Going on. Oh, hello. Ah, that's good. So the sell point is actually over there, but it looks like we've got a lime buy point, which is cool, and that is a seed buy point. Cool. So yeah, I definitely forgot to come up here, but I'm glad we did. We've got a sell point there. I'm not quite sure what that is though. There you go. That is that area. Nice big sheds again. So we're jumping there. Right, landscaping mode. So we are here. We need to, let's just bring that up. Scoot across here. Apologies for the quickness. Right, get rid of that. Now this is the sawmill and one of the other factories. So there's some wood chips there, but I'm thinking that this is the wood chip sell point for the sawmill. There's no lumber, I don't think, but obviously there's 3 other places where you can sell your timber, your lumber. And then this is your other production factory, which is your planks. So your animal dialogue box is there. Your tip in there, which I assume is probably going to be wood chips for the planks. A few sheds. And then out the back here we've got another huge area where your pallets would appear. I thought this was going to be something that you'd lift up that lid, but it's not. It doesn't do anything. So that is pretty much it. So yeah, there you go. There's the sawmill, like so. That is Farm Höellthal, or for us console players, a Farm Höellthal simple. It's made me feel a bit simple, but if you are still here at this point, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Apologies again for me bumbling along a little bit, but it was a lot to take in, a lot to try and show you. But I hope you have all enjoyed it. If you have, please give us a like, because it really helps out the channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, then please do. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future videos of mine. I've been Farm Sim Snowy. Stay frosty.